Hi, I'm Mixis, and this is Hearts of Iron 4, No Step Back, where we're playing as the Soviet Union. And well, these aren't anything, we sunk another destroyer down there. But we've got quite a lot of convoy battles going on here. And there's still a bug here that you can only see one of the battles, but if we hover over here we can see that we've been sinking quite a few ones here. And because this is the way it is, it's easier to check the naval equipment from lost ships up here. You can check last month we've sunk 16 convoys. We are losing submarines though, but they're the early submarine types. But at least something's happening down here in the Baltic as well. And we've got 2 naval combats going on. Looks like it's just our submarine fleets and not our battle fleet that's involved there though. Okay, so let's unpause there. Along the front lines it looks like we are holding off the Germans quite well. We managed to get out of the Ventspils pocket up here, which is nice, and we're probably going to hold this line pretty good. They are pushing us back around here, which isn't too unexpected. We've got a fortified line a little bit further behind, which should help. So we've got some decryption going. And maybe we want to go for yet another level so we help get that one down just a little bit more. It should be fine. And in the air war, we've got local air superiority in a few states. Seems like the Axis are mostly focusing here in Ukraine and in the Baltic states. And they're outnumbering us 2-1 here and the same, almost 3-1 here, 2.5-1. Got a lot of ground missions going here as well. Another ace there. And we've got a few on interception there. And while here in the central district we are only flying interception, maybe we can move a few of these fighters over to Ukraine then. Do we have any good airports? Yeah, we've got this one in Chernigov. We can switch that one over. And we've got some naval fighters there as well. And these 400, can we fit them in somewhere? They would fit here too. And we'll keep them on interception for now. We'll keep a few located here in Belarus still. Oh yeah, we've got 300 there and 300 there, so we have a little bit of coverage there to dissuade them from putting all their air force into there instead. We of course want to have something other than fighters on our carriers once they do arrive. More than one factory we'll probably not need. Looks like we have a big deficit of aluminium. Let's see what we can do about that. Let's send that off to America, and they do accept, of course. I wonder where all that aluminium went. Now we're upgrading our medium tanks. Maybe we could remove some. Oh, well, we'll leave that for now. We get some more up. I did know we added some support equipment, but not that much. Oh yeah, we're filled up to 75 here now. That's probably why. I got another 400 fighters in reserves, it looks like. We've got another space for another 200 up here. Let's duplicate those. We did not have 400 of them in stockpile. Let's get rid of that half wing. What does it say that we've got in our stockpile of fighters then? Yeah, minus 400. That makes a lot more sense. We got a few of the Yak ones in stockpile, but we are missing mostly the I-15s and I-16s, the early fighters. Since I've set them to specialized air wings, they won't reinforce with the newer fighters. Yeah, so we have some coverage over here. Now let's keep it on pause there. Alright, so we got some new motorized divisions. And maybe we should be moving these ones. Where do we ever put them into one each, I think. At least we know where we got them. Alright, so we finished the expand the aircraft industry focus. And we're gonna... Oh, which way do we have them? This way. We're gonna keep on going down here towards increased aircraft production. 5% more aircraft when we have that enormous amount of factories on it. That's quite a lot more aircraft. And that's gonna help us a lot. And we also get 2 research boosts for light aircraft that we can use for the 44 variants. Now that we've got the carrier variants out of the way here, we do need more into... Let's actually, instead of doing that, we'll put on another line. Let's get the ships out of the way for now. And we can put... Let's get this one up to 25. As we start producing guns, we will swap this one over as soon as we unlock new ones. But they can produce the old guns for now. Since we'll lose most of the production efficiency once we swap. They're still pushing hard down here in the south. And here we have... These are our tactical bombers. We want to move them back. Let's move them back to there then. Since we're not going to hold on to this airport, we might as well choose where we want them to move, so they don't overcrowd one of the fighter air bases. Otherwise it looks like most of our air, or all of our air bases are doing okay. It looks like we have some trouble here in Wilno, and I think we'll have to fall back from Wilno. We've already destroyed the supply depots here in Wilno. We can keep the pressure on a little bit there for now. Let's push a little bit that way too. We're not going to be able to hold this one, but it's just so we get these to retreat. Of course, we've got some new ones that stepped in there. That should be some tank divisions as well. Let's pop these into their respective armies. Probably want to add 2 more of those, and I want at least 1 more of these. And Bryansk is fine. Yeah, we don't want to be attacking into a city. We'd probably be able to push them out from there now, but it's not the time to go on offensive just yet. And here they've almost shored up to our new defensive line. And the same thing in this area here. And down south we are now holding onto the river. We did successfully get our troops out of a pocket we had down here too. And we are attacking across the river here with our tanks. We don't want to do this. That's probably because we have we've got orders going straight through there. They want to try and take that. Let's instead do it this way. We'll try to keep them off as such instead. And this tile would be good to have some extra ones in as well. Let's see if we can't do that. This smaller river, so it's of course easier to defend on this side. And maybe we... No, we'll try to hold this side for now, and then we will... Maybe we'll entrench Chernyovsky's tanks a little bit further up. And they are sitting here. And if we instead put them into just shoring up a little bit in the rear lines, they're out of supply here anyway. And we've got a few armored forces around here protecting Kiev as well. See if we can hold on to Kiev. And we have... What decisions do we have available? Oh, let's raise factory workers. And that would be in probably one of the newer ones here. In Gomel. Around this state here. Don't really need that for now. I'll get rid of those. I will keep those in case they get non-aggression pact from Yugoslavia. No, I don't think so. And it would be nice to be able to push in a little bit into Finland and see if we can't shore up the northern front a bit. What do they have for divisions? They've got, these are probably 6 battalion ones, looks like. Don't have any very much intel on them. Some of them have engineers. Ours are a little bit more aggressively focused with this support artillery. We should be able to push with these brigades here too. Alright, so we got some more decryption, still up at 400 days. So they're probably doing the encryption ones. Let's pick up that one too. Okay, so Iran wants to lend us a little bit of anti-air. We will let them, of course. Iran being Great Britain's puppet now. So before we do this, we wanted to swap out from industry liaisons. And for that we want to wait for the naval aircraft to finish. And they are hunting our... And they've got Scharnhorst and Schleswig Holstein hunting our submarines here. Got a lot of destroyers though. I wonder if we can see their destroyer designs. If we've got enough intel on there. Yeah, we got full intel on their navy. They are building the Type 24s. No, yeah, they must be building these. And the early destroyer hulls. They don't have a lot of sub detection. And they've got some extra depth charges though, so they are lethal when they do find submarines. I'm building some variant of Roach there with the depth charges on. And they are building 1940 submarines now. That's nice to see. And looks like they didn't finish very many of their battleships, or some of them maybe got destroyed by the British. They've still got a absolutely massive amount of fighters that we need to deal with. But we're working on that too. And I think we did build some fortresses here as well. Maybe not in this province. Yeah, we got one level of fort here. We'd rather not be attacking them here though. That doesn't help us. We don't really have the power to push them just yet. Now we're completely out of supply down here. Now we probably need to move this army back down a bit. Let's entrench into Kiev down to Cherkassia, I think. And we will use this army to We should probably be entrenching. No, we should be able to hold on to something like that. That's 18, yeah, we don't have enough. That's because we ran out of guns, we couldn't push out any more divisions. And we got some promotions here to deal with as well. Let's get rid of that fallback line. We'll move some troops back to the... There's really no point trying to defend these plain tiles. They are so hard to hold on to. These are behind the river, so that's fine. And then these, of course, are defensible terrain. It's going to be cost them a lot to try and take. Okay, see, we should probably start going over to the other side of the river here too. So entrench that way instead, I think. And then we'll move over to this side of the river. And this area down here is hopeless for supply. Maybe we should move. This is an entire fallback line there. Maybe we should move these down. Don't have any kind of mountains. It's a hill there they can help protect, and it's down here, of course. But we could start entrenching into the woods here. I think that's going to be more helpful to us. Let's extend this line all the way down to Zaprovsk. And these lines here, okay, so we got the advanced tank engine. We also want to get the improved armor protection. And we probably want to move these. This defensive line is okay, we could elongate it down a little bit into the marshes there. That's not going to do us very much good. So this is the Minsk protective line. We've got Max Raiders army here. We are entrenched into the woods, and we're actually holding on to this quite well, but we've got so low supply here, we kind of want to move them back from the front lines just a bit. Well, put up a secondary line here, I think. Yeah, that's province goes all the way to the water. And these, we're gonna move the tanks out from here. Let's put the Rokossovsky's tanks up on Finland. And how's the supply hubs looking? We captured the good supply hubs there in the previous war. Let's make a small push towards the next one up there. They're just attritioning away here. There's no point in keeping them on the front lines when we're not in a position to make a decent offensive here. And then I did move him under the command of Henrik Lister too, that is in charge of that front. And Lelushenko, we could actually put Lelushenko in charge up here instead. Or we could put Lelushenko a little bit further up. We don't have any kind of supply, and there's no supply hubs to speak of to capture up there. Or we could send some of these divisions up this side, I guess. Would not be entirely useless. Or go from this supply hub and try to capture this one. I have to go snake between the lakes here. Maybe this direction is... yeah, let's do that. Let's make a offensive move. Down in... or up in Finland. And so we go for this supply hub then. We'll let them get into position and prepare themselves for a bit. Now we do need to force retreat them though. And we should be able to put these divisions off the line as well. question is where we want them to entrench. Now let's go up a little bit further north there and get another line of defense. And here it looks like we have been the lines have not been adjusting. And that's a very long line now. Let's move this one up a little bit. And that's yeah, they look about equal. That should be fine. Let's go through a bit of these promotions. See what we have going. We've got preferred tactics. Do we have the doctrines to do anything about that? Because I think we want to go with elastic defense on our infantry. Yeah, so we'll hang on a bit with that. We've got a trait here though. We've got infantry expert. That'll be very good. And the same thing with Govorov and the Zakharov and the Shukov. We probably got the same thing going here. Question is, do we want to use... Did we select anything for Zhukov? Yeah, Zhukov is an infantry expert. And we've got Timoshenko and Sherevchenko. And Sherevchenko is an infantry leader already. Yeah, that's the same thing there, of course. I'm thinking of making one of these into an armored leader. Do we have any other field marshals available? No. Because when we're doing a push, it would be nice to keep the tank army separate. For now, this is fine. And we've got Henri Klister. He's already an infantry expert. That's good too. Alright, so Timoshenko, we won't select infantry expert. We'll keep this trait and try to earn a panzer leader with him in a little bit. And that should be fine as well. And then we'll move these armies out and fill up the other ones as needed. But we did want to check the generals underneath. So Yeremenko is an infantry expert, and so is Kuznetsov. Maybe we could take camouflage expert here too. Would not be a bad idea. It'll help them fight a little bit better. Oh, we'll have to do that the next level. And Golkov. Oh, we're out of command power. There we go. I'll come back to them in a bit then. So did we... Doesn't look like anything we need to look at there. Oh, I destroyed a few of the destroyers there, that's nice. And their heavy cruisers, yeah, the Finnish Navy is out of action. They shouldn't have anything left. Should be able to see so much. Yeah, they got 2 destroyers and 2 submarines. Alright, so we are in position up in Finland. We've probably not built up any kind of planning bonus just yet. No, they've just arrived here. The planning bonus will take a little bit to build up. And since we pulled some of our troops back from here, they will have a little bit of a tougher time to hold. Now we probably want to do the same thing here. Let's move the front line up, and do we want to move this front line down? Yeah, we are in this position now. Let's go back all the way to there, and we will put a defensive line on the east side of the Dnieper instead. And the same thing there. I don't think we need to entrench anymore. Actually, do we have anyone already entrenched there? We do have a few that are fully entrenched. So But let's leave them there until the defenders actually arrive there. Now we've got the huge supply problems here. And maybe it's time to pick up and keep going down. Got 105 going down there. And it's going to be a long time until we get any kind of reduction. So we'll keep going down towards, and that means we get operational or elastic defense too. We can't select elastic defense because we need 20 command power. We'll have to remember to do that. This one you can swap out whenever you want to. The ones you assign to your commanders, you can only pick once. So we have to be a little bit careful which ones you pick down for the commanders. And even though we've got 11 divisions here, or even more, 12 divisions defending, they are pushing through. And they've also got lots of supply problems there, but yeah, they got some panzers there. And we can't do anything about their panzer divisions at the moment. Armor 66. And we've got 3 piercing on these divisions, 20 on some of them, 26. Yeah, these are probably the ones we force deployed. They don't have the anti-air. No, these older divisions do have the proper anti-air and get a decent air superiority reduction. And of course they do have the air superiority here. Can check the what we're doing. We're picking off quite a lot of their support aircraft, which is nice. But we are losing a lot of fighters. North still seems to be holding on fairly well. It's here in the south that's the easy terrain to push in, of course. We are in the middle of summer, so this is the prime time for offensives. And that's for the air doctrines. Let's get rid of those, and let's get rid of all of these things. We are missing garrisons. I think we've got garrisons set to high priority. We did that in the beginning of the game. How are we doing back here now? Yeah, we want to wait a little bit more there. There's a lot of naval combat going on, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference for some troop transports. Okay, so they are reinforcing the Finnish border. They've got a lot of divisions up here. And some good Italian divisions. And some Italians here, an Italian tank division. Would be nice if we can encircle all of those. Now we should probably be... Which army is this? We want to... Oh, that's a fort there. We want to hold on to this one until we can't anymore. Okay, so they've taken... Let's get rid of the... Which one do we have for our tanks? This should be the one. Let's see if we can... Where are they all located? We've got a few of them up here. They can stay. We'll deselect those. Maybe we can make a small counteroffensive into there. Let's support this one with some infantry as well. Okay, so we are up there with our encryption now, or decryption. And we probably should be doing the encryption as well. We don't have anything else here that will give us a big boost. I mean, it's a good idea to spend that. We have a good reserve of manpower, so we don't need to change our conscription laws. We should be able to finish the game on extensive, of course. We could go up to total mobilization though. But we want to save up a little bit for growing women in the workforce at the same time. I should have it under economy down here. Let's activate that one. We can take the stability hit, that's no problem. And do we have anything more here we want to do? I think we're fine on resources except for aluminium. And there's not a lot we can do to increase that anymore. Well, we do have some here we could increase. Let's put that up at the top. That's one civilian factory we don't need to be importing. Well, nearly, and partially of it goes away for the taxes. We could change our economy law there too, of course. No, that's not the one we wanted. 2 more. It's not a lot. Oh, that's just for 1 level. Alright. That's 6 more. That's more worth it anyway. And we've got... I probably want to do these ones too. And we just scratch up with them whatever metals we can find in the ground. 23 there, 12 there. And we want to have this one up at the top, and then we have what's this? This is Sverdlovsk. Perm was 12. And that's only a +2. Down here we've got a +6 in Almeida, or Alma Alta. Let's move Alma Alta up. Perm was at 12, yeah. And then we've got 2 more small ones over here, right? A 2 and a 4. And Perm was 4, wasn't it? No, that's another 2. Alright, so we got them in the correct order there to get the maximum use out of them. And we're missing 1 rubber, that's fine. Well, it looks like we'll be losing this tile anytime soon. Yeah, and this offensive isn't holding on. We don't have the supply to be able to conduct offensives. Let's halt all of that. And well, I guess it's fine that they can entrench there. I think we want to move the... overlap them in Kiev, I think. And we will move the anti-tank infantry in here. But even our anti-tank infantry doesn't have the piercing to pierce their armor divisions. And I think we need a lot more piercing in them. No, we should be closely on par once we get the newer anti-tank equipment in. Which we should be producing. How many tanks do we have in stockpile? That could be a way too. If we were to... I don't really have the space here for it. I was thinking if we had not this many medium tanks, of course, that brings the piercing up quite a lot. If we were to use just 1. Yeah, that also does a big difference, but that's when they get the new medium tanks. We won't be doing that. And let's keep it unpaused. Yeah, we don't need that attack. This isn't helping. That should be fine. Let's check around here. Allies are not doing very much in the Mediterranean. And the British are still holding on to Gibraltar and the Suez though, so they do have full access. The Axis have one down in Greece. And America should just be ramping up. And the question is, do we want to go for some radar there? Or do we have anything? It's a little bit too early to do these. We could do the fuel refining. I'm not going to be doing any conversion, don't need the naval. We'll go for the improved anti-tank. And to give us a little bit more piercing. And we get the improved high velocity cannon, which we might be able to make some good use of. We can make an upgrade to our heavy tanks. Alright, so we soon got that command power for elastic defense. There we go. We'll select that here first, as this affects all of our armies. It should help us get... Yeah, of course these are bridge fights. And it looks like they are starting to lose out on tanks. The armor value has gone down. And they seem to have... They put up some fighters here. Let's contend with them. Let's go for air superiority instead. I can probably switch some fighters over from here. Yeah, they've got so many fighters up here. And all of them are fighter 2s as well, or fighter 1940s fighters. And you've got the Focke-Wulfs up. And do we have any? Yes, just so many there. Yeah, soon we're holding on the Vistula here. Oh no, sorry, the Vina. The Vistula is elsewhere. And they've soon crossed up onto the Dnieper here as well. And they are pushing heavily. I've done a good job of slowing them down though. Right, so we finished the naval, or the carrier CAS. I can start building those as well. And that's only 339 days. That's not a lot. That one could be worth to go ahead of time for, but that's with the 15% reduction from industry liaisons. And I would like to switch this one out to aircrew surveys to get the doctrine finished off. Material destruction would be nice too, and finish off tactical bombers to design. We might do that with the next variant. Let's do it this way instead. We really need to get down to the fighter veteran initiative. And this should give us 3 levels. That should improve our interception efficiency at least. And ground support is the air superiority effect. And fighter detection helps us spot more of their aircraft so we can engage them. Can't take anything more there. We of course want to add one of these to the line. Where did we put the other naval variant? They are super important. And maybe we want to have 2 factories on each anyway. Now we should be getting the new infantry equipment very soon too. And now we're up to 306, that's not too bad though. This would give us them by the summer of 43. And I think that's worth it. And we've got... And that's quite nice. That means they should be on... should be able to see down. No. They are on par with us with radar. And they are researching ahead of time construction. And not the fighters yet. They are researching ahead of time anti-tank and medium tanks. Military police, yeah, they got a lot of occupied territory and infantry equipment. Yeah, we don't want to be attacking into a forest at the same time as we're defending. Yeah, supply is an issue here. That should hopefully be just as big of an issue for them. Should be doing some decent amount of bombing damage though. I've got 21 factories damaged. I wonder if the allies have started their bombing raids just yet. Do we have enough aircraft to put up another strategic? We do. Let's select one of these and we will duplicate them. Daytime only, and into Eastern Germany, of course. Radar installations, anti-air, and air bases. Now this one can be just pure. Let's go for their industry. Let's keep going for some encryption. Make sure we're ahead of the game there. And what more did we have in the way of aircraft? We got another few fighters we can put out. And we can put up another wing of tactical bombers. If we duplicate this one, daytime only, the same thing there. Let's put some pressure on them. And they're actually fighting us 1-to-1 here, where we have the massive mission efficiency advantage. We've got a decent detection here too, both from radars and from tech or from doctrine. Yeah, that's good. I think we want to open up the 2 extra wings down here though. That was key, of course. We're gonna have a lot less space for aircraft to contest this air zone. Let's duplicate these. Daytime only, air superiority. I think we do want to have a bunch of them set to interception still. Let's see if we don't have very good air detection here though. They've got loads of air detection. That's because our radar is all the way down in Stalingrad. And another level of radar would be nice. We aren't researching that. No. I think the level 3 radars are fine. This territory is really hard to defend. You've got this block of good defensive terrain here, and then another block right over here. And then the forests around this area are usually what you can hold on. Increase the aircraft production is done. And we want to keep improving our air force for a bit. So we will modernize the aircraft facilities. Helps with the air agility, is the big one here. And this is just a flat boost onto all aircraft, so this one is really good. 5% more agility, and agility is something that's really hard to come by. And you get 10% from the light aircraft designer. That should help give our aircraft yet another edge in the air battle. This terrain up here is actually quite defensible, and it's really hard to take through all these forests. And this area here is hard to defend if they manage to push through. But then you got the good defensible terrain right behind the rivers here, with the forests that tie back down into this area, which ties into this area down here. No, we don't need to have them in the war. It looks like we're holding on to Kiev for now. They are pushing us down on the southern front. And here on the southwestern front. The northern front and northwestern front here seems to have stagnated. And should be able to start or push into Finland here. Let's see what we've got, if we've got any promotions available for Rokossovsky or Lelushenko. No. Did we have anything for Henrik Lister? No. I could go for... Oh, let's save Timoshenko's pointer. I think Kuznetsov had... No. Yeah, we were trying to get that for him. But Vatutin could get... No? We had one more here that could get the infantry expert, I think. It could be all the way over here, though. Yeah, there we go. Volkov. As we lost the assignable trait icon, so I couldn't find them. Okay, so let's push into there. And with Lelushenko, we should be... I maybe want to push into there, and then we will use these to push into there. I can also push straight up there. And they shouldn't have any bigger issues here. We will support this attack, and we can check a little bit what we're up against here. And they got some mechanized... No, these are our divisions. Yeah, but these don't have very high armor. It's just from a little bit of light tanks. And while our big heavy hitting divisions have a lot of armor. And they got some kind of artillery template here. Wow, that was a lot of soft attack. And we got a lot of hardness in these, fortunately. And they're 32% hardness and 70% for the tank division. I don't think they've got a lot of hard attacks here. They do have a fair amount though, 100. And that's the Bulgarian artillery division. And the same thing here, we're pushing through them quite easily in when we've got the armor bonus there. Tanutuva wants to lend us some infantry equipment, that is fine. We don't need to have the tanks up that way. That should be fine. And they are really stacking up. Oh, they've been pushing up here in the north too. Yeah, these artillery divisions are going to just shred these infantry divisions. Do they have some air support up here? No, we could use some air support though. We move these over to air superiority over southern Finland. And they've still got some ports up here. And this terrain is not fun to push in. We really don't want to be pushing there. I would rather not have all of these encircled here either. It should be fine if we can push down to Helsinki and Vasa. And then we should be able to establish a shorter front line up north. With us in the having the supply advantage. Got the air there. Maybe we can divert some of the tactical bombers. We've got these older models that can help with some ground support. Maybe we can set up a wing of close air support too. We should have enough of them. Let's make sure we've got some. Maybe we put these up in northern Scandinavia. Yeah, they're not going to move up there though. Let's take one of these air wings instead. And we want to go for air superiority now that they are pushing there. No, we don't want to be attacking. I probably want to push this direction. Let's move a bit that way and move up and take that supply depot as soon as possible. Okay, there's a lake here, that means we can't cross over into there. It continues on this way too. We've got one encircled Finnish division at least. Let's clean that up. This is no good. If anything, we need to support there. Might be enough time to bring some reinforcements in. Otherwise we might need to divert some other troops up there. Let's keep the tanks moving forward. Let's go up this direction and consolidate a bit. We'll push into there. It should be able to take this out, no problem. Keep pushing upwards. It looks like we did manage to hold on to this position here. Question is, do we give up on the Murmansk Peninsula here and withdraw down to here? Since we did lose Murmansk, we don't have any supply up here anymore. I think this is the tactically sound thing to do. Let's railroad you down instead. That's a backup. There's no point in trying to go up all the way up to there. Yeah, but better off going down this direction and then heading off this way. Alright, so I got another tank division. Let's move them into Belayev's army here. And don't really have any orders there just yet. Maybe we should put these on entrenching the far side of Kiev. Holding on quite well here though. That's a lot of damage coming through. Yeah, it's not under our control anymore. We're holding really well up here though. And soon we get the supply hub here in Finland. They are fighting for this one. Yeah, probably better off to go this way. And let's move the lines up a bit. Don't want anyone stuck down here. And they really don't want to give up on Murmansk, do they? Where do we have these supply hubs yet? It's all the way down in Onega. Maybe we'll fall back down to here somewhere in the forests. Where are they redeploying to? Ah, alright. That's probably why they started pushing up here then. The northern fronts. Let's put up some divisions there to try and hold this. I've got this one division there too. Yeah, we still need to have someone guarding there. Okay, so we capture the supply hub here. It's not connected yet though. But it looks like there is a straight path into Helsinki. So let's take that. Let's push up this way. We should be able to select a new... Let's go up that way and make sure that we've got that too. Okay, let's go this way. There's another lake here. These are quite hard to spot. I think it's a little bit too much reflection in them with the Finland's color. Okay, that's the supply hub. Let's go up and around this. No, let's just keep going up. We probably need to move these two divisions up to this line as well. And those are guarding Leningrad. Or maybe we can get one of them up here too, to help out on the front lines. That's if you need to redeploy, use the railroads. Or use strategic redeployment. Let's fall back. Yeah, maybe not all the way just yet. We'll keep Kandalashka. Yeah, let's make sure you get there as soon as possible. Let's make sure we get this supply depot there. Right, so we finished the improved armor protection. But we could start working on the heavy tanks. I think that would be an okay thing to do. And we get the... Yeah, okay. I think with this lake here we can move the front lines up just a bit more. And the same thing, no, that should be fine there. And yeah, we got a little bit more to take the supply hubs there. I think we are moving into it though. They have been forced out of the tile. Okay, and we got our enough experience to go with vast offensives. That unlocks overwhelming fire and the -10 supply consumption. Also decreases combat width. I will have to look into that. Because the decrease in combat width of course means that all our divisions are now smaller. But that's going to be all for today. So thank you very much for watching. Take care and see you next time.